For today's video blog, I want to talk to you a little bit about etiquette on a sport boat, how to handle your fishing rods. And you see all these rods right here in the rod holders? That's where they belong. They don't belong in the back of the boat in the corners or around the bait tanks. This is where they belong while the boat's traveling. And then it's also important where you have your hook and your jigs on your rods. You want to have it so that if there's waves and stuff, people bounce against the sides, that they don't hook themselves. So we take a look here. Here's a jig, and it's got a popper, and it's down on the bottom. That's a great place for it, but a better place would be to take the hook and put it behind the reel. And you just let out a little bit of line, put it behind the reel, and that way if somebody's walking by, it's not going to hook them. And you see these other ones over here? This is perfect where it's stored just like that. Got a couple more. These hooks are okay. You'd want to have them a little bit lower if you could. Now what you wouldn't want to see is you wouldn't want to see somebody taking their jig and putting it way up here on the rod and have it in the rod holder. And the reason for that is if you're walking back and forth here getting your tackle, and if it's a little rough, you don't want somebody to bounce into the side and have that hook go into them. You don't want to hurt people. So that's why it's always important, keep your jigs down low on the reels. And that's what these people have here. There's another popper. Here's another jig down here. That's a proper technique. We'll leave our rosin reels here all the time until it's time to fish. And then when it's time to fish, if we're using live bait, we'll take our rod and take it to the back of the boat, put on bait on the hook and start fishing. If we have a jig, we want to stay behind the bait tanks, usually up on the bow to throw the jig, and that's how you do that. So that's a little etiquette and proper technique for being on a sport boat. Just want to share that with you. That's today's video blog. For more information, follow me right here on my YouTube channel. You can always follow me on Facebook and Twitter too. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon.